Namaste. Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here with me today. Please go ahead and find a comfortable seat. You can sit cross-legged if you like to, or you can sit as I am sitting. You can tuck your toes under or have the top of your feet down on the floor. I'm sitting on a block, so you can also do that if you have a block. Just go ahead and put that under your seat and then sit tall. Your hands can be resting comfortably on top of your thighs. Take a nice deep breath into the nose. Feel into your chest and the belly and exhale. As you empty the belly, allow the hands to slide a little bit closer to your knees and pull the belly in. And do that again 2 more times. Inhale. Let the chest lift up. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Maybe you're creating a little arch in your low back. And exhale, empty the belly, empty the chest as you begin to round the back. Drop the chin down, tuck the tail. And once again, inhale. Lift the chest up, let the shoulders soften away from the ears. Fill into your chest and the belly, lift the heart up. And exhale, pull the belly around the back, drop the chin, tuck the tail. And then just find a nice comfortable seat. So sit tall. You can take your left hand, turn the palm up and put your right hand in your left palm. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice your body this morning, this afternoon, whenever it is that you're doing this class. Notice the shoulders. Notice the typical areas where we hold unnecessary tension, like the shoulders and the jaws, the low back, maybe the hips, but just notice where you're holding the tension, maybe the neck. And then as you notice that body part, just send the loving, kind, compassionate thought to that part. Sometimes we tend to get really rough on ourselves, tough on ourselves, like we call bad hip or tight shoulder, or we label it. So instead of labeling it, just notice that just a body part and it's just reacting to the stress in our lives. And maybe instead of labeling it, we can begin to become more kind to that body part. Sending it love. So relaxing the jaws, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck, relaxing the low back. And then just sending your breath to all those areas. The breath is like nourishing all those areas of tension. And then as you're ready, blink your eyes open, please. Go ahead and lay down on your back. So if you're sitting on anything, put that to the side. Put your feet flat on your mat. Bend the knees, come all the way on your back. Draw the knees to your chest, your hands on top of your kneecaps or patella. You're gonna inhale, press the knees away. And let your elbows become straight, and exhale, draw the knees to your chest. Let the tailbone lift up. This is called Apanasana. And again, do that again. Close your eyes and just move with your breath. Inhale, press the knees away, straighten the elbows. Exhale, draw the knees to your chest as you lift the tail off the mat. And 2 more times. Inhale, press the knees away, let the elbows become straight. Exhale, bend the elbows, draw the knees to your chest, bring the tailbone off the ground. And then neutralize the spine, so take the knees farther away from your chest. And you're going to do little circles. Try and keep the knees and feet together. Take the knees out to the left, draw the knees to your chest, take the knees out to the right, and then press the knees away. And 2 more times in this direction, and then we'll reverse it. Take the knees out to the left, bring the knees to your chest, so you're kind of giving a little massage to your low back. Knees to the right, and then send the knees away from the chest. Once again, nice circle. Keep the knees tight together, keep the feet tight together. Inner thighs are squeezing together. And then take the knees away from the chest, and then we'll reverse it. So take the knees out to the right, bring the knees to your chest, and then out to the left, and away from the chest. And 2 more times, inhale. Bring the knees to your chest, and exhale, take it to the left. And last one, inhale. Knees go to the right. Bring them towards your chest, and then take them to the left and out and away. And then once you come away, put your feet flat on the floor so your feet and knees are parallel to each other. Make sure that you're kind of standing on a train track, not touching your feet. Your feet are parallel to each other, and look down to make sure the toes are not turned up. So toes and the knees are pointing the same direction. Press through the bottom of both feet for a pelvic tilt. Lift the tailbone up off the ground, and then press the tail down as you arch your back. Inhale here. As you exhale, pull the belly in, press the low back down, lift the tail up, exhale, and then inhale, tail comes down, arch your back, feel into your belly. Exhale, press the low back down as the navel comes closer to your spine. Lift the tail up and off the ground. And 2 more times. Inhale, arch the back, feel into your belly, press the tail down. Exhale, lift the tail up as you press the low back down. Last one. Inhale, tail comes down, feel into the belly. And exhale, press the low back down, lift the tail up. And then lift the hips off the ground. Come as high as you like to go into your bridge pose. Reach the arms overhead so that the back of your hand rests on top of the floor. Lower the left hand down. As you lower the hips down, take your gaze over to the left shoulder. Inhale. Take your gaze up towards the sky. As you lift the hips up, take the left arm above your head. And exhale. Lower the right arm down next to your body. Take your gaze to the right as you lower the hips down. Inhale, gaze up, goes to the ceiling. Lift the arms up, lift the hips up. Exhale, lower the left arm down. Take your gaze to the left, lower the hips down. Inhale, lift the hips up, lift the arm up. Your gaze goes towards the ceiling. Let's do 2 more times on both sides. Exhale to the right. Lower the right arm down, hips come down, turn your gaze to the right. Inhale, lift the hips up, arm lifts up, gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, take your gaze to the left, lower the left arm down, lower the hips down. And inhale, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling, lift the hips up, left arm lift up. This is the last side. Exhale, lower the hips down. Gaze goes to the right, right arm comes down, and then lift the hips up, but keep both arms down next to your body. Turn the palms up, press through the bottom of both feet, bridge pose. Lift the heels off the ground, lift both heels off the ground, and then lower the left heel down and lift it up, and lower the right heel down and lift it up. And 2 more times, left heel comes down, lift up. Right heel comes down, lift up. And last one, left heel comes down, lift up, and right heel comes down, lift up. And then lower the hips down, please. Now bring the inner edges of your feet together, but your knees are wide apart from each other. Inhale, press through the bottom of both feet to lift the hips up, hold the hips up here, and then bring the knees together as you squeeze your knees towards each other. Exhale, open the knees wide apart so that the bottom of your feet are still on the floor. The inner edges of your feet are touching. And then inhale, squeeze the knees towards each other, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, keep the hips up, but separate the knees wide apart from each other. Inhale, knees come towards each other, squeeze the inner thighs together. 2 more times, exhale, separate the knees, keep the hips lifted. Inhale, bring the knees together, squeeze the knees towards each other. Last one. Exhale, separate the knees, and then lower the hips down and let the knees go wide apart from each other into Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring your hands to your belly, please. Press the soles of your feet together. Knees are wide apart from each other. Squeeze the hips, lift the hips off the ground. As you lift the hips up, you might feel a little bit of a tremor in the legs. That's okay, let it tremor. And then squeeze the hips a little bit higher so the bottoms of your feet are touching. And then keep the hips up, but lower the knees down towards the floor. Go slowly here. And then lift the hips up again, lift the knees up. And keep the hips up, lower the knees down towards the floor. And once again, lift the hips up, lift the knees up. And as you exhale, keep the hips up, but lower the knees so you're really separating the legs away from each other. Lower the hips all the way down. Put your feet flat on the floor. Bring the right knee up, left knee up. Send both legs up towards the sky. Flex the feet. And then you're going to separate the legs wide apart from each other. Go as wide as you can. And make sure that you're not turning the toes down. So the toes and the knees are pointing the same direction, which is towards the back wall. Take your hands and put it on your inner thighs. And then press your thighs into your hand as your hands are pressing into the inner thighs. So as you do that, make sure that the shoulders are not creeping up to the ears. You're just really, there's like a little battle going on between your inner thighs and your hands, and you're pressing your hands into the inner thighs, thighs into the inner hands into the inner thighs. And there's going to be a little bit of a tremor, but let it happen. You can definitely shake the legs a little bit, push the legs open, don't let the legs come towards each other, and then slowly release. Now you can bring the legs towards each other. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale here, exhale, separate the legs wide apart from each other. Again, knees and the toes are towards the back wall, not to the floor. Hands on your inner thighs, press your inner thighs into your hands. And then your hands are going to try and push the inner thighs more open. So keep that battle going between your hands and your thighs, and push it. Keep breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're really activating the inner thigh muscles, those adductor muscles. 3, 2, 1. Bring the legs together. Pause for a moment, and we'll do that one last set. Inhale first. As you exhale, separate the legs. Hands go on the inner thighs, and then press your thighs into your hand. And you're going to push your hands into the inner thighs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the legs together. Draw the right knee to your chest. Take that left leg flat on the floor. Take both hands on your right thigh, and then you're going to push the right thigh into your hand. These are all really good movements for low back release. Press the hand into the thigh, thigh into the hand, hold it for 10, 9, 8. Keep that left leg straight and strong on the flat floor. Press the heel down for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring the left knee to your chest, extend the right leg flat on your mat, flex the right foot, press that right heel down, and then both hands go on top of your left thigh. And you're pushing your hand into the thigh, hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And switch sides. This time we're holding it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really press your hands onto your thigh for 8 on the left side. 7, 6, 5. Press your hands to your thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to hold it for 4 counts on this side. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And switch side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to hold it for 2 counts. But this time, if you want to, you can hover the left heel off the ground for 2, 1, and switch sides to the left for 2, 1, and keep it going to the right for 2, 1. That opposite heel can hover off the ground for 2, 1. Last one, press your hand into your right thigh for 2, 1, and press your hand into the left thigh for 2 and 1. Bring both knees to your chest, rock a little bit side to side, and then roll over to your left side, please. As you come onto your left side, please come up on your left elbow, bend both knees, flex the feet, lift that right knee up. And then take your hand on the outside of the right thigh, and as you press that right knee down, resist it with your hand, and then press it back up again. So we're going to do the clown pose with a little bit of resistance from our hand. And you're going to press the outside of that thigh into your hand and lift up. And 3 more. And 2. And last one. Now hold it up there and then lift the feet off the ground. So the left thigh is on the floor, the feet are off the ground. Bring that right knee in and then press it back. And in, so really press the thigh into your hand. And 3. And 2. And last one, beautiful. Lower the feet down, bring the right knee to your chest, flex the foot, hold it here, and then extend the leg straight. I'm going to ask you to turn that entire leg in the femur, in the hip socket. So the thigh bone, the femur bone is turning into the hip socket, and then turn the entire leg down. So your right toes and the knee are pointing down. And then turn the entire leg up, so the toes and the knee are pointing up towards the ceiling, and turn the toes down, so the knee and the toes are pointing down towards the floor. And turn the leg up, really straighten that leg. The closer, the more perpendicular you keep it to the body, the better. And turn the leg up, and turn the leg down. 3 more, turn the leg up. Make sure that whole leg is moving, not just the ankle or the knee. And up and down. And last one, that this time as it's up, we're going to lift that leg up towards the sky. Turn the toe down and lower it down towards the floor. Keep the leg as perpendicular as you can to the body. Lift the leg up and then turn the toe down. And once again, lift the leg up and turn the toe down, and then bring the knee to your chest, stretch it out. And we're just going to switch to the other side. So lying down on the right side, please. We're going to start with the clown pose first, with a little bit of an added resistance with our left hand. You're on your right elbow or forearm. Lift that left knee up. The inner edges of your feet stay together. Press your hand onto your left thigh, and then gently begin to bring the knee down towards the bottom knee, and then press it up. As you're pressing up, your hand is resisting it. And bring it down and press it. Push your hand on that thigh so that your hand is resisting that lift. And bring it down and breathe and inhale. These are lovely movements for all those mobilizer muscles in the hips that really also release some of the tension from the low back. And up. And press that thigh into your hand. And let's do 3 more. Lift up. And 2 more. Lift up. And last one. And lift. And then this time as you're lifted, keep the inner edges of your feet together, but pick up the feet off the ground. And we're going to continue with the clown with the feet hovering. And lift. And breathe. Press that hand into the thigh, thigh into the hand. Press. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Beautiful. And then lower that right foot down. Bring the left knee towards your chest. Extend the left leg straight. So you really want to try and get that leg as perpendicular as you can to your body. Now, turn the entire leg up in the hip socket. And then turn the entire leg down in the hip socket. So now the toes and the knee are pointing up towards the ceiling, and the toes and the knee are pointing down towards the floor. And keep going. Inhale and exhale. Turn, turn, turn. Make sure that you're not just turning the ankle or the knee, but the entire leg. Lift up and down, and keep that left leg parallel or perpendicular to your body. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale, lift and turn. And inhale, lift and turn. And then next time your toes are lifted, you can lift that left leg up. And then turn the toes and the knee down and lower the leg down. And 2 more. Lift the leg up and turn, lower the leg down. And lift the leg up and turn, lower the leg down. Beautiful. Bring the knee to your chest. Very nice. And then as you're ready, come up to tabletop pose, please. So stack the joints in this tabletop pose on all fours. Inhale, lift the chest and the tail up. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the back. And as you round the back, take your hips all the way to your heels. Come into your child's pose. Drop the forehead down towards the floor for just a moment. Stretch out the inner thighs. And then lift the chest up. So if you notice, my fingers are wide apart from each other. My elbows are lifted. I'm going to come all the way back. Walk my hands to the top of my mat. Tuck my toes under. Lift the hips up into my downward facing dog. My knees are bent, my heels are off the ground, and I'm really pressing the mat away. So I'm pressing the earth away as I'm lifting the sits bones up towards the sky. And I really want to lengthen my spine. So really lengthening the sits bones up, lifting the sits bones up as I'm pushing the earth away. My elbows are almost straight, and I'm rotating the upper arms away from each other as I'm bringing my forearms towards each other. See if you can establish that. So rotate the upper arms and shoulders away from each other as you bring the forearms close to each other. Inhale, come to top of the push-up, plank pose. Lower the hips down, but make sure you're not dumping to your low back. So the back is nice and long. You're pressing the mat away. You're rounding the upper back. Bring your legs together. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Keep pulling the belly in. And then lift that left leg behind you. Really lengthen that left leg. Push the toes towards the opposite wall. Then you're going to do little circles with that left leg. You're going to turn the circles one direction. Keep your gaze down in between your fingers. Try not to drop the head. So you want to keep the neck active, and then reverse that motion. And then lower the left toes down. Pick up the right toes off the ground. Point the toes. Imagine you're reaching the toes towards the opposite wall, and you're going to draw circles with this right leg. In one direction, keep pulling the belly in so you're not arching the low back, and then reverse it. Good. And then lower the toes down, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Separate your feet wide apart from each other, bend the knees, lift the heels up, press the mat away. Let the ears line up with your biceps. Inhale. As you exhale, come back to top of the push-up again, plank pose. Bring the legs together, squeeze the inner thighs, drop the hips down as you lift the belly towards the spine, round the upper back, expand that upper back. Lift the left toes up. Just I'm gonna bend that left knee, flex the foot, And then you're gonna press the heel up and up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then you're gonna take that left knee towards your left shoulder and extend it straight back. And then bring the left knee to your chest and send it straight back and lower the left toes down. Pick up the right toes off the ground, bend the right knee, flex the foot. Lift the heels up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the right knee to your right shoulder, straight back. Take the right knee to your chest, straight back, and then lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Drop the knees down, stretch it back into child's pose. Rest the wrist a little bit. You can rotate the wrist and then let the shoulders soften away. And then coming back up on your hands and knees, please. Walk your hands back to the top of your mat. Fingers are wide apart from each other. Press through the base of all 10 fingers. Tuck your toes under. Lift the hips up into your downward facing dog. Separate your feet hip width apart. And then lift the left leg up behind you. Now as you come into three-legged dog, keep the core engaged. Keep that left leg hovering. And then come down to the plank pose with the left leg hovering. Circle the left toes one direction, and then circle the left toes the other direction. Flex the foot, bend the knee, lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take the knee out to the left shoulder, bring the knee to your chest, send the leg straight back, and lift the leg up into three-legged dog. Lower the left toes down. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Keep the right leg up, come to three-legged downward facing dog, and then come to single-legged push-up. So the right leg is hovering. Bend the first circle the leg 3 times one direction, and then 3 times the other direction. Keep the core engaged so you're not dumping into low back, please. Flex the knee, bend the knee, flex the foot, and lift it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee to your right shoulder, right knee to the chest. Send the right straight back. Lift the right leg up, three-legged dog, and downward facing dog. And then lower your knees down, stretch it back into child's pose. Rotate the wrists one direction, move the other direction. And we do one more set. So walk your fingertips to the top of your mat, separate the fingertips, press through the base of all 10 fingers. Tuck your toes under. These are all really, really great works for your low back. Lift the hips up. The heels are off the ground. Drop the head down so your ears are aligned with your biceps. Lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Inhale, pause. Keep the left leg up and just come to plank pose, top of the push-up. Send that left leg back behind you. Circle one direction and circle the other direction. Bend the left knee, flex the foot. Lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the left knee left to the left. Bring the left knee to your chest. Hold it here, and then send the left leg straight back behind you, and three-legged dog. Lift the left leg up, lower the left toes down. Right leg goes up, three-legged dog. Come to top of the push-up with the right leg hovering. Keep the core engaged. Circle one direction, and circle the opposite direction. And then bend the right knee, flex the foot, press it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right knee to your right shoulder, right knee to the chest. Send the right leg straight back. Three-legged dog, and then lower the right toes down. Knees come down, and go ahead and have a seat. Let's stretch out the wrist a little bit. Turn the palms up. Take your right fingertips to your left fingers. As you stretch out the left wrist, the fingers are pointing down towards the floor. And then do the same thing with the right hand. So left fingertips go to the right fingertips and flex that wrist back. And then you can shake the arms out a little bit, please. Reach the arms up, inhale. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms away, lift the chest up, and then take the elbows out to the side, lift the heart, inhaling, bring the elbows down to your side, interlace the fingers behind you as you open the chest, stretching out the shoulders, and then release the hands. Come back to tabletop pose, please. Tuck your toes under, lift the hips up, walk your feet all the way to the top of your mat. Feet are hip width apart, bend the knees deep, grab opposite elbows, drop the head down, sway your torso side to side. So let the head just kind of hang there. The head is super, super heavy, so we want to just let the back of the neck become long. And then bring the hands. So if you're using a block, take the block and put it on top of your mat. Your right hand is going to rest on top of the block. If you're not using a block, you can just rest your fingertips on top of your mat. Bend the right knee as you straighten the left knee. Take your left thumb to your hip crease. Turn your torso to the left. And then take the left arm out to the left. So not towards the ceiling, but to the left. And then you're going to do these nice big rotations in that left arm. So go as wide as it allows your range of motion to go. So don't try and push it and go wider. If you notice, I'm just going out to the side. I'm not going up towards the ceiling. But I am going above my head. So I really want to reach as if I'm swimming and I'm taking the fingertips over my head. And then I'm going to bring my left fingertips down, bend my left knee, straighten my right thumb to my right hip crease. I'm going to rotate my torso to the right and then lift that right arm out to the side and then do those same swimming motions with that right arm. So the right fingertips reach overhead. We're stretching out through that right upper arm and shoulders. Let's do 2 more. Beautiful. Lower the right hand down and then go back to the left side. So your right knee is bent, left leg is straight, left arm reaches out to the side. You're going to reach the fingertips overhead. Take your gaze to your fingertips. And then now, you slowly begin to twist, keeping the gaze to your fingertips. Lift the fingertips up towards the ceiling. So take the gaze to your fingertips. Follow your fingertips with your gaze as you take them forward down towards the top of your mat. And then inhale. Continue to turn, turn, turn. Make sure your gaze stays with your fingertips. So you should be able to see your hand at all times. And exhale, lower the fingertips down, left fingertips down towards the top of your mat. Inhale, lift the arm up, but keep your gaze on your fingertips. You should be able to see them all the time. And exhale, down. Last one. Inhale and lift. Beautiful, beautiful work. Lower the left hand down to the floor, bend the left knee, straighten the right knee. Reach the right arm out to the right and then take the right fingertips overhead. Take your gaze to your right fingertips and then lift the right arm up. But you should see your right fingertips at all times. And then exhale, lower the fingertips down as you keep your gaze to your fingertips. And then take it up towards the sky. You can go as much as you want to, but make sure you can always see your hand. And then exhale, lower down, and inhale, back up. So great for your low back. Exhale and lower down. And last one, inhale and back up. Stretch it up as much as you like to, as long as you can see your fingers. And exhale and lower down. And bend both knees, grab opposite elbows again, drop the head down. and sway your torso side to side. Bring your hands back to the floor, please. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, bend the knees, plant your hands down, step your left foot back, right foot back, top of the push-up, and then drop the right knee down to the floor. Swivel on the right knee as you get ready for your Vashisthasana, side plank variation. So reach the left fingertips up over your head again as you lift the hip up. As you notice that as I'm lifting my left hip up, I'm really bowing open that entire left side. Now you're gonna lift the left fingertips up as you lower the left side down and lengthen through the right side. Okay, so let's do that again 2 more times. Inhale, lift the left hip up as you bow open the side. Let the left fingertips reach overhead, and then exhale, press the left side down. So you're lengthening the bottom rib cage as you reach the left fingertips up. Once again, inhale, bow open the left side. You're contracting the right side as you're stretching out the left side, and then press the left side down as you lengthen the right side. Inhale, pause here for a moment, and then simply switch sides. So bring the left hand down to the floor, bring the left knee down. Swivel on that left knee. I'm going to turn around this way so my back is not towards you. So swivel on the left knee, extend the right leg out, come into Vashisthasana, side plank on this side. As you inhale, bow open the right side, lift the right hip up, reach the right fingertips overhead, and then press the right side down as you lengthen the left side. Inhale, 2 more times. Bow open the right side, press that right foot down, really stretch out the right side, and then exhale, press the right side down, lengthen the left side. Last one, inhale, bow open the right side, press that hip up, contract the left side body as you do this, and exhale and press the right side down, lengthen the bottom ribs, and then come back all the way to the center. So lower the right hand down, right knee comes down. Inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, pull the belly around the back. We're going to add on to our sequence there. Neutralize the spine, extend the left leg back, swivel on the right knee. Reach the left arm up. Inhale, bow open the left side, stretch it out. Exhale, lengthen the bottom side as you shorten the left side. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen the left side, shorten the right side. Exhale, stretch out, lengthen the bottom side and lower the left. And last one, inhale and exhale. Now this time, press through the bottom of that left foot. Come on all the way up, reaching both arms up. Inhale, turn, interlace the fingers, reach the arms up, palms up towards the sky. And then exhale, fold towards the left, stretch out the right. Inhale. Coming back to the center, release the hands behind you, lift the heart, inhaling, and exhale, begin to bow forward. So if you need to, you can always bring the hands down towards the floor. But see if you can use your core and begin to bow forward towards the floor. Bring the forehead down towards the floor, keeping the arms up if you can. Inhale, lift the chest up. 2 more times. I know this is difficult, so if you need to, feel free to ground yourself or bring the hands down. Exhale, bow forward, bring the forehead down. Maybe your forehead touches the floor, and then inhale, press it up, and last one, and then we're gonna hold there. Exhale, come all the way down, bring the forehead down so the forehead touches the floor, and then you can bring the hands down to the floor. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, take that left arm out to the left, thread the left arm under your body, bring the left ear and left shoulder down. And then we're gonna pause here. Breathe into your low back, mid-back, upper back. Exhale it out. Let the hips soften towards the earth. And then as you're ready, gently unwind. Press yourself all the way back up. Bring that left knee in. And you're just going to extend the right leg out to the right. So we'll do that first sequence again. Right leg out to the right. Right arm up. Swivel on that left knee. Vashisthasana or side plank on this side. Reach the right arm up and over. Open that side. And then press that right side down as you lengthen the left side. Inhale, bow, open the right side, stretch it up. Exhale and press down. And last one, inhale, reach that right arm up and over, stretch out the right side. And exhale, press it down. And then now you're gonna come up to your gate pose. So press through the bottom of that right foot to come on all the way up. Interlace the fingers, but maybe this time interlace the weird way. Reach the palms of your hands away from your waist and exhale, fold towards the right. Pause here for a moment. Inhale, stretch out that left side. And then coming all the way back to the center, release the arms behind you again. Interlace the fingers the weird way. It's gonna feel like you're missing a finger. Inhale, lift the chest as you lower the knuckles down towards your left heel. And then we're gonna bow forward. So if you need to, you can release the hands and bring the hands down to the floor. Otherwise, see if you can use your core and just lower the forehead down to or towards the floor. And two more times. Inhale, lift the chest up, lift the torso up. Exhale and bow forward. Bring the forehead down, either with or without your hands. And last one, inhale, lift up. And exhale, bow forward. And then this time as you come forward, now release the hands down. Inhale, reach the right arm out to the right. Exhale, thread the right arm under your body. Bring the right side of your ear down. And then pause here. Take a nice deep breath into your low back. Exhale, soften the hips, soften the jaw, soften the shoulders. One more time, inhaling. And exhale. And then go ahead and press your hands up. Bring that right knee down. Cross your ankles, please. And sit in between your heels. Sit tall. Extend the left leg forward. Take that right foot on the outside of the left knee. Flex the left foot. Right hand next to your body. Reach the left arm up. And exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. So here you can either hook your fingers or you can just hug that right knee in. And as you lengthen the spine, you turn and twist your torso to the right. So make sure that each inhalation, you're lifting the chest up and you're twisting more on your exhales. And sometimes if you're hooking your fingers, you can actually use that traction a little bit more to go deeper into the pose. Some of you may be able to create a bind with your fingertips if you have a bind, but make sure that the base of that right big toe is pressing on the floor and that both sits bones are grounded. And you're not leaning sideways or back or forward, that your spine is nice and long. And then you can turn your gaze over to the right shoulder. And slowly unwind, come back to the center. Straighten the right leg, bring the left knee to your chest, and take that left foot to the outside of the right knee. Flex the right foot so the right leg is straight and strong. Left hand next to your body or on a block. Reach the right arm up, inhale, and as you exhale, hug the left knee in. Again, you can here hook your fingers, or you can just simply turn and twist over to the left. If you have a bind in your practice, you can create a bind, hooking your fingers together, but make sure that you're not leaning back or forward or side to side, that you're actually sitting tall, Right heel is pressing down. You can turn your gaze over to the left. And then slowly release your hands. Extend both legs straight. Sit tall, Dandasana, hands behind you. Lift the chest up. Now bend your knees. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side. Exhale, thread the arms underneath your legs. So you're like giving yourself a hug. And then drop the head down. Keep your rib cage on your thighs as close as you can. And you can straighten out the knees as much as you want to, as long as your thighs and the rib cage are glued to each other. But here, really drop the head down. Paschimottanasana. Lengthening the low back. And then nice and slowly, keep the knees bent. Go ahead and lift your torso. Put your feet flat on the floor. Come all the way down on your back. Draw the knees to your chest. Hug them in. Rock a little bit side to side on your back. We're going to take the right knee on top of the left knee. So you're like sitting cross-legged. And then drop the knees over to the left. So final twist here before we get ready for our Shavasana. Extend the right arm above your head. Our practice today was really focused on lengthening and strengthening the low back muscles, the QL muscles, the multifidus muscles in between the vertebrae. Go ahead and switch side, left knee on top of the right knee, drop your knees over to the right. So I hope that was a therapeutic class for you. You feel a little bit more stretched out, a little bit more open in the low back. And then as you're ready, give yourself a hug again. Bring the knees to your chest. Lift the head and shoulders up tight. Hug your knees in tight towards each other, towards your chest. And then as you're ready, exhale and relax in your final pose, Shavasana. So please turn the palms up. Let the arms rest comfortably next to your body. Your legs are wide apart from each other. The back of your head is resting comfortably on the floor. Close your eyes. Let the eyes sink into the sockets. Your tongue is heavy. Jaws are soft. Forehead is smooth. Take all the wrinkles out of your forehead. Let your chest be soft. Belly is open, soft. Let your breath be completely natural. And just become aware of the sensations in your body. As you're ready, gently begin to deepen your breath. Draw one knee to your chest and then the other knee to your chest. Notice which nostril you're breathing out of a little bit easier. Roll over to that side. Pause for a moment. And with the strength in your top arm, press yourself to a comfortable seat. As you bring your hands to your heart center, bow down to yourself. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice. As always, it is my honor and pleasure to be here with you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.